One ordinary night, my husband was driving us along a quiet suburban road when he suddenly said, almost casually, "Did you know your cousin I'd?" I didn't understand at first. "What? She's gone," he said hoarsely. "There's no point in me living anymore. Chloe Baker, let's go be with her." Before I could react, he turned the wheel sharply. The car veered off the road and tumbled into a deep ditch. When everything finally stopped, both of us were critically injured. With his last strength, he grabbed my hand. If time ever turns back to 40 years ago, to the foot of that mountain on Save Me, that day, she passed by there too. If you hadn't taken me away, I would have met her first. Then he died. I followed soon after, full of confusion and bitterness. But when I opened my eyes again, I was back 40 years earlier. This time, I decided to grant his wish and let him meet his first love. Yet there was one problem: I had no cousin at all. Before I could think further, the world shifted. I was standing at the foot of the mountain, my hair in two braids, a basket of hazelnuts in my arms. Not far away lay a young man covered in blood. It was Brandon K. Ensley. I walked over and nudged him. When he finally woke up and saw me, shock quickly turned into anger. "Don't save me," he said. "Stay away." I instantly understood he had also been reborn. Remembering his final words, I stood up and left without hesitation. In my previous life, I had carried him home, spent all my savings to treat his injuries, and cared for him day and night. He once swore he would marry no one but me. He kept that promise. We were married for 40 years. I gave him 3 sons, watched him rise from a poor student to a respected official. Yet in the end, I learned that the woman he truly longed for was never me. This time, I wanted to see who that unforgettable first love was. I hid nearby and waited. Not long after, a young woman passed by. She had delicate features and bright eyes. It was Taylor Johansson, my next-door neighbor. Brandon noticed her immediately. He begged her for help and promised a large reward. Tempted, Taylor agreed and carried him home. That was where our paths diverged. I went back to my own life, preparing for university. In my last life, I had given up my future for Brandon. This time, I chose myself. But fate was done. Soon after, Taylor dragged me to her house and asked me to help care for Brandon. He refused my assistance outright. Taylor, unwilling to spend money on a stranger, chose cheap remedies instead. Brandon survived, but his leg never healed properly. 2 months later, I saw him again. He was saying goodbye to Taylor, promising to return for her after graduating. Taylor didn't believe him. As I watched him limp away, I wondered, if he finally got the life he wanted, why did an uneasy feeling linger in my chest? And why did it feel like this story was far from over?